Welcome back to the Broker Power Up podcast, the AIME podcast for strategies, stories, and insights to help you close more loans. I'm Tommy Golightly, joined by Jonathon Haddad.
Hope everyone is doing amazing. Tommy, I was playing the drums a little bit before we came in to picture. I didn't realize the intro. I forgot it was short, so I apologize for that up front.
I mean, we're here to have fun, right? We're here to have fun and learn and educate each other. We got a lot of things to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Broker Buzz, what's happening in the Brokers Are Best Facebook group. We go over the top posts of the week and what people are talking about, what they want to know, and we get John's opinion on it. And then we do some sales pitch training where John teaches me and you, the listener, how to be a better salesperson. And then we're going to go into story time with John, but this time it's going to be a little different. We're going to be talking about Unify because John is tired. He's been flying around, traveling for AIME, representing us in Phoenix and in
Dallas.
And we had our first two Unify events, and we have two more coming up that you won't want to miss. So stay tuned to hear what they are like if you are unsure. But first, we're going to start the podcast, as we always do, with a crinkly wrapper of a fortune cookie.
Yes, sir.
So this one, let's see if I can pull it out. Is it bad luck if you pull it out without breaking the cookie?
I don't actually know that. I don't want to make it up.
I'm not going to risk it.
I think you should try and pull it.
Try and pull it? I already broke it.
Okay, never mind. We're committed now.
We're committed. Eat something you have never tried before.
Oh my God. Can I just say, all right. So I took my brother-in-laws to Toronto, Canada. So one of my brother-in-laws, he just turned 20, has never been able to, have a drink here in the United States. So I am a dual citizen, used to go to Canada quite a bit as a kid. And so I took him there and we went and had sushi at this incredible sushi restaurant. And they had this omakase. And what that is the chef is basically, you're telling the chef, put the courses together. So you don't get to pick the meal. Whatever the chef puts together for that day is what you're having. So as part of this, a lot of the dishes were very more so traditional than a lot of the rolls that people probably get to this day. So the first dish that we get, and I think, Tommy, if you remind me, I'll send you a picture we can put on the screen later if you're editing this. Mm-hmm. But the dish that comes out is squid. And not like regular squid. This is baby squid. It was purple. And then you're kind of going through that process. So I'm watching their faces. And then there was a lot of other dishes that were very unique. There was unagi, which for those that don't know what that is, please look that up. Okay. There was just a lot of other things that they had, which were much different. There was also sea urchin. I would also recommend you look that up as well. Sea urchin, Tommy, if you Google it, you're gonna be like, I cannot believe you tried that. But all these dishes were unbelievable. And just to watch the look on their faces trying something new, that was really cool. That was a fortune cookie. Got me super excited, put some goosebumps on me because we just did it.
Yeah. I mean, I will always try something once. And I am a pretty adventurous eater, but there are things that I know I don't like. And if they are close, I will be hesitant. But
and Tommy, what else I love? Sorry, you got me all fired up right now.
Oh, you're good.
Did the cooking show also?
Yeah,
4 episodes of cooking shows as well. And our first dish was amazing. It was in Houston. It's a Nigerian dish by Nika Ojo. For those that don't know, an awesome community member. And we'll release that episode soon. But there was like chicken gizzard in there. There was rice. It was just such an experience. There was oxtail. It was so good and flavorful and spicy. And it's like just trying these new things is such a big deal. So please get outside your comfort zone. And also AIME to Serve is this whole new platform we're doing. We want to come into your home. We want to talk to you about sales, talk to you about your life, watch you and help you cook a meal. So far, we've done 4 of them. We did Nika Ojo, Tyler Hodgkinson, Wade Betts, and Todd Bitter. We have a lot more planned, but we would love for you to put your name in the hat and be part of this awesome experience, just getting to know one another.
So if you are interested, come check us out on YouTube. Leave a comment down below, and I will connect you with John to do a cooking.
Thank you, Tommy.
Oh, of course. Got to give him a call to action. Where to go? If you're listening to this on podcast platforms, we are now on YouTube as well. So come take a look there and see our pretty faces. But we're going to dive into the broker buzz. So we have our top 3 topics this week. The first one being, how do you handle clients shopping from zero profit loans or low ARM offers from banks, credit unions? Are you matching rates, tweaking your value prop, or doubling down on education? Share your strategies, John.
Okay. So this is really good. I don't like losing opportunities. I grew up in the retail space, direct to consumer. I've seen loans being done for a client 3-4 times over a 7-8 year span because of necessity. The client just needed a lot of help. So for me, I don't like to lose the opportunity because I really believe that a refinance is a probable option, especially in this environment. The data's out there. That's just what my experience tells me. So I'm not going to lose the deal, but here's the difference. A lot of people, it's a race to the bottom right away. Okay. So they just, I'll match it. All right. That's not sales. All right. If you're going to go into a situation to where you're going to match something and you're going to make $0 on a deal, you're not going to go in and tell the client, oh, okay, I'll match it. Here we go. All right, let's start. You seem desperate. Desperation is not a good sales tactic. All right. So here's how I walk through. I will educate first and explain that process to them. All right, listen. So do you know what they're doing? Huh? What do you mean? All right. So what they're doing is, because of your profile, you have an awesome opportunity to be in a position to where they can refinance you in a couple of years. That's just the reality of it. So upfront, they're willing to take a bit of a loss as a company in order for them to close your loan, which I don't blame them. You got a really great profile. So here's the thing, and here's the biggest difference between what they do and what I do. Okay. One, my weekend availability. Right now, you're doing the value adds. Now you're doing the value propositions. So after I go through my value propositions, one of the biggest things for me, Mr. and Mrs. Client, is I pride myself on monitoring my clients throughout the lifetime of their loan. Most of these other lenders and banks that you work with, they're just trying to get you in and out the door, just like that bank that reached out to you. They're willing to do a $0 loan. Why? Because it's transactional for them. It's not relationship-based. This is relationship-based for me. You can see with my over 1,200 4.9 Google reviews that we're in it for you. And we're going to track your loan every step in the way. Because working with me, you don't have to worry or stress about somebody having to reach out to you when interest rates drop. And it's the best thing for you and your family because we do it for you automatically. So, Tommy, if I go ahead and match this for you, are you going to be moving forward with me today if I match this offer, or are you going to keep going back and forth with all these different lenders? Because that's the thing that we can't do right now.
Well, honestly, as the home buyer or the person taking out the loan, what you said early on definitely sold me in the one that you don't have to worry about it because the people have their own jobs, their own life. This is just a fragment of the thing. This is a roadblock for them. And you said this, and moving forward, I can just have you as a contact person. The amount of value that is to a person and making that clear is so important. And it doesn't matter what you say after. Almost. It's all details.
And that's the point of it, right? It's also setting up the sale. Like, don't just say I'll do it and match it. That is not, you lost. You lost. If I'm going to do this, I expect you to be working with me forever. Right? That's my idea. Obviously, you can't guarantee that, but it's the way I speak about it because I believe it. This is how business is operated. So that's what I do. I also won't lose a deal if I have to make $0. I've done it on multiple occasions, and I've also refinanced those clients multiple times. I can show you hundreds of examples of how that works. That's just me, and I believe that's the right play because if you don't do it, somebody else will. And you're going to lose that opportunity and lose that client. And that could be potential additional opportunities and additional relationships that can be built. You can educate them later. Don't try and win the battle right now, right? Don't try and get into an argument with somebody about how it works or how real estate, how mortgages work. Clients don't care. So don't worry right now. When you get them on the refinance later, then start educating them. Their guard's down. You already helped them out on the first deal. Now you can talk to them about education and how the process works. Long game, my friends, not short.
And the referrals. Like if you make my life that much easier and all I have to do is have you as my contact person and you've never let me down, the likelihood that I'm going to refer you to a friend is 10 out of 10. Easy. All right, let's move on to number 2. We got Michigan brokers. So John, this one's a you. With MSHDA's purchase limit increasing, have you found a wholesale option for these loans? Let's discuss how to make MSHDA work for your clients.
So MSHDA loans in Michigan is what they're called. So first and foremost, y'all go learn about these products. I've been educating my clients because a lot of these are not forgivable grants ever, and the consumers never remember they did it. The amount of refinances I've done where the client forgot they did MSHDA is absolutely astronomical. It'll blow your mind. So first and foremost, make sure you're educating the client. There's a bunch of other down payment assistance programs. Now, that's not to say that there is not some clients that really need the MSHDA product, because there absolutely are. It is not available to brokers. We have called hundreds of times. TPO is excluded from there. So as of right now, unless we can continue to figure it out, you have to have your FHA Mini Eagle license to apply for it as a lender. From that side of things, there is no wholesale options available for us at this time. So that's where we're at. It is a little bit of a frustration, but I also believe a lot of people aren't educated on the product because it's not for everybody, but people sell it as if it is for everyone. So please educate, learn, understand compound interest, and have the right conversations with your clients.
What do you think about Bill Pulte recently terminating special purpose credit programs?
Yeah, so this has been a hot topic for sure. So Bill Pulte recently took over as the FHFA director. He removed basically all the boards. So there's going to be a lot of changes coming on the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac side of things. So here's the thing for me. One, we got to learn the context. So these programs that we're talking about, these are some specialty programs that could incentivize when it comes to down payments, give a bit of additional credit. Some people believe it was to get ready. It's also getting rid of Home Possible and Home Ready. I don't believe that's the case at all. I believe those are completely sticking around. Here's the thing. The guy knows the industry. He's been in it for a really long time. He's built a massive book of business, obviously. I get not everybody's going to love what he does or doesn't do because it's Pulte. They're builders. But at the end of the day, the guy knows mortgages and he knows real estate. So I'm just going to stay very close to the sideline on this one. I'm going to watch, pay a lot of attention. Let's see if there's something that comes from it. Is there additional benefits that we're getting? But I would be very cautious to prejudge on this until we actually know what's going on, because we all know first-time home buyers, there's a bottleneck right now. Let's just call it what it is, y'all. Let's stop pretending like there isn't a bottleneck. First-time home buyers, it's tough for them to get in the homes. And the bottleneck's there, but here's the reality. The data is indicating this. If rates can drop into that low 6, high 5 situation, that bottleneck's going to pop. And that's going to give first-time home buyers more opportunities and at-bats to get into these homes. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to be paying close attention to it. Going to give a lot of updates as they come. But right now, I'm just on standby, and I'm definitely not going to prejudge. That's the one thing I'm not going to do. I'm going to stay focused on my book of business and stay as dialed in as I can be.
You know where there isn't a bottleneck anymore?
Where?
In the AIME portal. We launched the AIME portal. Yeah. New AIME portal is up. So if you want to be bottleneckless from all of your AIME member benefits, and if you're not an AIME member, take a close listen to this next ad where you can scan the QR code, become a member, and start taking advantage of those benefits. We'll see you on the other side.
Are you a wholesale mortgage professional? Well, then the very first thing you need is a community to help you and your business grow. With AIME membership, your community is right here. Joining our community means never navigating the market alone or operating without a safety net ever again. We are 16,000 members strong of united wholesale professionals. From rookies to top-ranking originators, all dedicated to supporting each other's success so we can grow together. Beyond entry to the best community in the mortgage industry, AIME membership gives you the resources, tools, guidance, discounts, services, and support that help you and your wholesale business grow, thrive, And most importantly, close more loans. AIME membership connects you with leading wholesale lenders and vendors, offering you exclusive access, services, and discounts that save you more money while helping you make more money. Never get stuck on a loan again with our lender escalation program. Grow your network and skills with the wholesale industry's best conferences and networking events. Get the strategies and skills of top originators and industry innovators with AIME's cutting-edge wholesale mortgage education, resources, and content. AIME offers all of this and more, starting at a low price of $19.99 a month. You heard it here first, couple cups of Starbucks coffee. For you to learn more and get started, all you have to do is visit aimegroup.com, AIME group.com/membership. Your community is waiting.
And we're back. Time for sales pitch training. You ready to teach me some sales skills?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to teach you the art of following up. We're in an industry right now where the market is very volatile. So you get a lot of clients that they want to wait. They're pending the market. They're going to make a decision soon, whatever the case might be. There's just a lot of people that you're being put in a position to where you have to follow up. But what happens is a lot of people get ghosted. They set the follow up and the client doesn't answer. They're devastated. And you think it's a hot deal and you think it's your excitement. And, a lot of times the dopamine gets so high, like you're like, this is what I need this month. This is what's going to make my month great. This is what's going to put food on my table. And then the client doesn't answer on the day that you call them when they said they were going to. You think to yourself, woe is me. And then what I hear loan officers do, even worse, that really drives me crazy, is then they'll blame the client and say, well, they just didn't get it. No, you didn't get it. It's our job. We're the sales professionals. We are the ones. And by the way, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've never had a client ghost me. So for those out there, yes, it's happened to me a lot of times. I've just learned a bunch of different ways to help it. So here's a strategy that works really well. And it's also a respect thing for me. I don't ghost my doctor. I don't ghost an appointment with my CPA. I don't ghost an appointment with my attorney. I don't do that. And I believe that as a professional, I am in that same length, a ballpark. I really believe that I'm helping you get into a home. I'm helping you put together the biggest transactions in most Americans' lives. So I do take it seriously. And I think it's a level of respect for me. So here's how I do it. So let's just say I try back and forth. The client says, okay, no, I don't want to do it. I say, all right, Tommy, let's get on the same page. No big deal at all. I want to take a step back. So just to take a step back here, Tommy, you said that the main goal was to make sure that you and your wife are finding just a bigger home for your growing family. Is that correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. And right now the disconnect is you just want to make sure that this makes the most sense for you and her. And you want to look with one more other lender. That's just going to make you the most comfortable. Is that correct?
Yeah, just doing our due diligence.
Okay. Listen, that's completely fair. So number one, I'm addressing the goals again. Number two, I'm making sure I'm isolating the objection. Is that really the objection? By the way, this is after you've tried. Was it a smoke screen? Like, did you try to overcome it? I've tried 3 times at this point. Now I'm going to try and set the appointment. All right. So you just want to make sure it's all set in. All right. Now, this is what I call the triplicate play, Tommy. So the triplicate play is, for you, what works better? Mornings, afternoons, or evenings?
Evenings. My wife and I work. We're very busy.
Perfect. So evenings work perfectly available for me. Now, between Tuesday and Thursday of next week, which day works best for you?
Usually Thursdays.
Thursdays, awesome. Now, I have a 5:30, a 7, or a 7:30 available. Which one's best for you and your wife?
Let's do 7 so we can eat dinner before.
7, perfect. 7's perfect. I'm going to write that down. Now, Tommy, I went ahead and just sent you a reminder in your calendar. Can you open that up and accept it for me?
Got it?
Got it. Perfect. Now, Tommy, I know it's going to sound funny, but do I have your word that when I call next Thursday at 7 p.m., you're going to be available so you and I can have this conversation? If not, please just let me know now so I can make sure I get another family in there, or just let me know ahead of time. But do I have your word that next Thursday at 7, you and I will be connecting?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I always say your word. I always use that. Someone taught me that many years ago. The amount of clients where I've said, so I have your word that next Thursday at 7, you and I will be taking the call. Oh, wait. Hold on. Well, let's try. People just don't want to give their word out. And so I always make that a point for me. And I drive that point home. And here's the thing. Some of you on the call might be saying, well, John, that's a little excessive. Yeah, it's really not. Because I'm going to find out if they're taking my call or not. If a client gets pissed off at you, upset with you because you asked if you have their word, they weren't answering your call. Okay.
They weren't going to show up.
I'm saving you time. That's why I do it that way. Now, things pop up, y'all. Okay. It's happened. Things pop up and I get it. And the client's been receptive with me. But now they're going to want to update you. You just put it in their calendar and you saw I asked them on the phone, hey, can you accept that while we're on the phone? You're not going to tell me, I didn't see it in my calendar, John. Sorry, I missed it. You're not doing that to me anymore. All right. And then last but not least, Tommy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a text message that morning just to make sure and confirm that we're on the same page. Does that work?
Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks for the reminder.
Of course, Tommy, thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend. You and I will touch base next Thursday, my friend. Look forward to talking to you.
Yeah, no, the word, it does seem a little intense, but I understand it as kind of like a pre-screen of not put fear, but
it's respect.
It's respect. Yeah.
You said yes to me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll pick up Thursday at 7. All right. Awesome, Tommy. So I got your word that next Thursday at 6, because you just said it to me, right? All right. Yeah. So it sounds like I have your word. So if you want to make it a little less subtle, go for it. So I just asked, so Tommy, next Thursday at 7, we can connect. Yep. All right. So Tommy, it sounds like I have your word that next Thursday at 7, you and I could touch base. Now, for some reason, Tommy, things change. Can you please let me know so I can get another family in there? Do I have your word on that?
That part right there at the end, where so I can get another family in there, that is what for me triggers the, oh yes, I absolutely will follow up if something happens.
And that's it, Tommy. You know, it's there's a study. Here's what's crazy. And it is all psychology and it is all part of like the buildup and how you speak and understand, but it's also a level of respect in you setting up the framework on how you do business. Like, this is how I do business, y'all. And when someone comes to me, my job is to give them the best process possible. This is what I believe is the best process possible. I'm busy. So I need to make sure when I'm calling people, they're answering the phone for me. And you're busy too. For everybody else listening, I know you're not twiddling your thumbs. You want to help people. You're busy. So let them know. Ask them the questions. That takes it deep. Don't just get off the phone and say, all right, I'll call you next Thursday at 7. Thank you so much, Tommy. Bye. Click. Good luck. How many times have you called that client? Who is this again? Who is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm in the middle of dinner. I'll talk to you later.
That's my point. So please, y'all, drive this home. Learn to follow up. Learn to have conversations. Make it more subtle. You don't want to be as, I guess, quote unquote, aggressive as I am on the phones. I mean, no problem. Change it up. You just watch me do it. I'm a chameleon. You have to be as well.
I didn't mean aggressive in that way. I just meant like, and it's almost, and I understand the reasoning for it. And I'm sure you have other versions of almost like a filter, right? So like when you're intaking in potential new clients there, I'm sure there's a ton of them and you have different screen filters of how serious are they, right?
I love that you asked that because look, here's the truth. If I'm talking to somebody, I'm like in New Jersey, okay? And I'm talking to somebody from New Jersey, I'm talking deep New Jersey, knows New Jersey, I can be a little bit more like matter of fact, okay? Now, if I'm talking to somebody that grew up in California and that's what they know and they have beach life, they're just more relaxed people. And there's nothing wrong with understanding that. So yes, you're right. I shift the way I say what I say depending on where that person is from, what their upbringing is like. This is about mirroring the client too, right? I want to mirror. I want to come to you as you need to be communicated with. So that's the other piece of it. You're right. There's different iterations of all of these. Some are a little more intense. Some are a little less intense. At the end of the day, my point is still the same.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I like that a lot. And if you want to learn potentially more ways of becoming better salespeople, you can join us at Unify. So stick around. take a listen to this ad, and we'll be on the back end to talk about John's experience at our first 2 Unify events. See you on the side.
If you're an independent mortgage broker, real estate pro, or home ownership advocate looking to connect with like-minded professionals, AIME is here to give back. If you're an independent mortgage broker, real estate pro, or home ownership advocate looking to connect with like-minded professionals, we have the perfect event for you. AIME is proud to bring you Unify, completely covered by AIME directly. Unify is AIME's local networking and education series designed to help you and your community build more referral relationships to grow your business together. Each event offers exclusive content focused on a topic shaping the mortgage industry with brief but powerful presentations from experts who have been in your shoes. Expect high-energy networking with real connections happening with real conversations. Plus, we're raffling off some pretty unique prizes at each and every event. Join the AIME's wholesale mortgage community, real estate professionals, and yes, even retail mortgage professionals. We want you there as well, because we know that we can make a difference in our local communities by connecting and having conversations together. This isn't just another event. This is where community meets opportunity. Whether you're looking for business strategies or the right people to help you level up, Unify delivers. Register today and join us for free in Dallas, Texas on March 25th and Phoenix, Arizona on March 27th, with many more locations to come. Just go to unify.aimegroup.com to get started. Now hurry up, spots are limited. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger.
All right, and we're back with story time. We got our glasses on, ready to do some reading, but we're not actually reading a story. We're going to hear a story from John about the past 2 Unify events that were the 25th and the 27th in Dallas, Texas, and Phoenix. But if you missed it, don't feel too bad, because we got 2 more coming up in April. April 22nd will be in Sacramento. So if you are near there, make sure you RSVP. And in Denver, Colorado on the April 24th, both 5 to 8 p.m. local time. We hope to see you there. So, John, how was it? Let's start with Dallas. Dallas was the first one.
Yep. Yeah. So these are my Blu-ray glasses. Tommy understood the assignment. He watched me put them on, and then all of a sudden he popped his on right there. So I wanted to give you guys some of this, but I didn't realize the glare. They can see. I know on here, so
they can kind of see behind the mirror.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off now before I tell my story. But it was awesome. So it started Monday. I'm going to post about it. You can see just how intense it was. Just the travel, the schedule. I'm really excited to showcase that to people. So I think the thing for me was we landed right in Houston and we went to go see Nika Ojo. And right away I could tell like that was a really cool start to everything because we got welcomed into somebody's home. She had a sign for us, welcome AIME. It was just like the most surreal experience to start. So just feeling that community energy from thousands and thousands of miles away was a really, really big deal. Then we go into Dallas, obviously have our event in Dallas. We don't do too many in the Dallas area. So we want to continue to grow that and grow the space in Dallas. We had a lot of fun there. So Chris Griffith got on stage, and if you talk to Rami, you might be able to get this video and make a meme out of it. Kenneth Travis said it's fine. So Chris Griffith gets on stage and he's talking about marine life and vetted VA TPO through EPM and what they're doing, and just talking about veterans in general and educating them and having the opportunity to own a home. Then he starts talking about practicing and how important practice is and why you have to practice. And he used to talk about what something they would do in the Marines. It's like you'd have to learn how to fall. Okay. So you'd learn how to fall. You'd literally have to drop to your knees, fall on your face, basically almost hitting the ground. There's a very special way to do it. And so he's like, who remembers how to do it? So Kenneth Travis, Marine. And he said, yeah. So he's like, you want to try it? So Kenneth says, all right, I'm going to try it. So he gets up on stage and he goes to do it. And the guy, for those that don't know, is just a committed human being. He completely goes into it and face plants and smashes his face on the bottom, cuts his entire nose. There's blood gushing down. This guy gets up like a Marine and just sits down and is all excited. That's how that event started. So I was stressing.
That was at the beginning?
Oh my God. No, that's when we started talking.
Okay.
It wasn't so crazy, but it was just wild to just see him practice, get up. Then Chris had me try and practice. I did a horrible job. First time I ever did it. Definitely, I wanted to use my hands right away. I guess that's the normal, reaction that your body gives. But that was just a really cool story from Dallas. Shout out to KT. If you get the video, Tommy can put it in here. Rami has it. It'll be hilarious because his face just bounces. He's okay. Everything's fine. Thank God. But we had some blood and cuts. The guy is completely dialed in now. So that was Dallas. We also had a cooking show with Tyler Hodgson that morning. And so just to see his new home, he just moved in, and to see what's possible on his journey. It's a beautiful, gorgeous home, a dream house for he and his wife and babies. And they let us in. We got to cook in there and just learn about him and his consistencies. So it's just wild to see how unique everybody is and all the meetings that we had. And then that took us right before we left. We also met up with Wade Betts at his beautiful place in Dallas as well. And we got to cook a 3-layer business cake, by the way, because, tax write-offs, business cake. Okay. Business cake, Tommy.
But yeah.
So we talked to him, and just to see how the elite of the elite, man, like they're so dialed in, and their day starts early and it ends late, but inside of their day is incorporated their life. So it's not just like, here's how I work. Here's how I do life. And that was the first 3 people we saw. All of them had the same exact tendencies, I was like, wow, this is what the elite of the elite do. Like, they're just so dialed into their days. They don't miss any of the little things. Then flew into Phoenix. We got to go link up with Todd Bitter and cook with him, make some enchiladas. For those that don't know, what would Todd Bitter do? Just to talk about his transition, still loves in the LO space, still a huge, huge part of it, but really embracing his leadership journey and learning about that and U Mortgage and the things that they're doing. And then about his life and his wife, Evie, who's just absolutely an incredible person. We got her on film too. And just to learn about their dynamic and healthy relationships and how communication works and how to talk to each other. We learned so much. And then we go into Phoenix for Unify, our final and last stop. Awesome turnout. People were excited and just making a lot of connections. We gave away some raffles and some tickets there. We went into a really big deep dive into core logic and just talked about, retail and how they're ready. I don't say retail as a bad connotation. I say they're ready. They're not twiddling their thumbs. So we got to work. We got to stay focused. And that was the overall message. But the most important piece, Tommy, just learning about people and learning about cultures. And we're all a lot more similar than we think. That's the cool part. And the best of the best, they make the most every minute of every day. That is what I learned. And I hope that the community can feel that and see that, and that they want to do the same things.
Yeah, no, that's actually the one thing that I wanted to follow up on was the idea of not just this is how I work, but this is how I live. Because I think a lot of people I know will just get through the workday. They get everything they need to for work. They're a star employee. They do everything they need to. They go above and beyond for work. But then when it comes to their personal life, they don't have any energy left. So they crash on the couch. They don't get anything done. Stuff around the house, stuff that they need to educate themselves to go further in their career or have a social life and get that energy and those networking skills moving, because any career you're in, you need networking is a invaluable skill to have, because it's the amount of it's who you know it's true. It's like, yes, it's what you know, but it's also very much who you know, and you don't get to know those who's without networking.
You don't, and you don't know who those people could become either.
Yeah.
That's the other. You could be talking to somebody that's going to be, so it's like, why not just go and network and mix and mingle and have conversations and bump shoulders and just have fun and get to know each other. I'm with you on it. And I used to, it's funny. Like I love being at home, so I always think that way. And then the second I'm out, I'm like, all right, well, that was super cool. I got to meet so many sweet people. So get out of your shell. It's the best thing to do. It'll just help you make connections, and you never know who you're going to connect with.
All you have to do is take one step out your door, and you don't know where you'll be swept off to.
I love that.
That's Lord of the Rings.
That was good.
But yeah, I don't know. I wish I could have been there. It sounds like a great time. Uh, and just, I mean, it all comes down to Unify is it's connecting it's you're networking and you're learning. You're knocking two things out at once.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, let's take one more quick ad break for Fuse, where you can continue to educate yourself and continue to network with the greatest in the industry this October, and then we'll see you on the other side where we'll roll things out.
Fuse is just around the corner, believe it or not, another year down. And we are excited for the largest event of the entire wholesale mortgage industry. Fuse National Conference 2025 is taking its show on the road. Now emanating from Nashville, Tennessee, from October 23rd through the 25th. This event is all about sales, sales, sales. Don't miss the chance to join us in Music City for 3 days full of the most cutting-edge content we've ever produced, featuring the industry's top minds, leaders, and innovators. Access the newest tools and resources from wholesale leading lenders and vendors. Take part in our acclaimed workshop summits for free. Catch wholesale's rising stars in their very own breakout sessions. And of course, take part in the best and, quite frankly, the most fun networking opportunities you'll find in the wholesale channel. Join us to grow your network, your skill set, and your business at what will no doubt be the greatest Fuse conference yet. Go to fuse.aimgroup.com to sign up and receive updates when tickets go on sale. Secure your hotel room and get your Fuse tickets for free. That's a $600 value for the prices as low as $199 when you sign up for an AIME annual membership. Don't miss your chance to be there when wholesale history is made at Fuse 2025. I can't wait to see you there.
All right, and we're back. Just going to recap everything that we discussed. What are the takeaways, John? We got our broker buzz. Takeaways there you want to push home through?
Yeah, one, just stop paying attention to the noise. Stay focused on yourself, I think, is the biggest thing. Two, like some of the products, right? We talked about Mishja and some of the products. It's learn to educate the consumers, learn to talk to the consumers, and don't be upset that you can't get access to a product. Just find something else. Go out there, figure it out, ask questions, find the right connections. That's definitely a big takeaway from the sales side of things, y'all. Don't be afraid to learn how to follow up with somebody. If you think about it. Somebody spent time with you, call it an hour. They let you pull their credit. They told you about their life. They gave you their social security number. They gave you their date of birth. They gave you the names of their kids. They told you where they work. They gave you their assets. Think about how much they gave you. That means you've earned the right to put yourself in the best position possible to get them to answer the phone when you follow up. I cannot look at it any other way. I just don't know how.
No, and to follow on that, and I think especially right now, like you said, with all the noise, don't hesitate to send that second text. If they left you on red, don't hesitate. If they gave you all that information, they are the most I'm sure they're well intended on getting back to you, but they must have just forgot or something came up. There are things happening every day that are pulling people's attention and distracting people right now. So if they've given you that information, feel free to just follow up again.
I love that. That's a good. Hey, Tommy, that's a hell of a. You're right. Like you gotta keep going until they tell you no. Like no big deal. You're just repay. I'm just checking in. That's a great tip, Tommy. Don't be deflated. Don't let your ego get hurt. Just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially right now. But the takeaway from Unify is if you are anywhere near Sacramento or Denver, do not miss these. They will be a good time. You'll be surrounded by like-minded individuals, all looking to better themselves and continue to educate themselves and continuing to network.
Yes,
you
sir.
can never network too much. You can never educate yourself too much.
Thanks, Tommy.
So, in closing, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Broker Power Up podcast. If you found today's tips helpful, do us a favor. Hit the like button. Let us know you enjoyed it, which helps even more people find the content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because that's where we are bringing almost all of AIME's content. If you are looking for something to just put on the background while you work, go over, subscribe to AIME's YouTube channel, and just pick a playlist. I put together a bunch of them. You can listen and learn while you work. And then ring the bell to get notified every time we drop new content. And share this video with a fellow broker who could use a power up. And remember to lead by example, to lift each other up, to grow together, and most importantly, close more loans. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Take care.